So, for context, everybody, last night I was at a sheriff's, the LASD in South Central LA. Originally, I had this touted as the LA Sheriff's Department draws blood at protests last night, and well, they did. I found some blood on the floor. So here's some context. Residents of LA County have been protesting at the Sheriff's Department on Imperial Highway since the murder of Dijon Kizzy by a LA Sheriff's Department trainee and supervisor. So here, I'm going to show you the map of where these protests are happening. So here's the LA County Sheriff's Department. People have been protesting right here in their parking lot, and it's been wild since the night of his murder. They've been protesting. The sheriffs don't get to be judge, executioner, and the jury on the street. Man, you gotta fucking. Why they gotta shoot people? They trained him wrong. Look, they trained him wrong, and he shot a guy 20 times in the back. It must have been the supervisor and the trainee both unloading clips into the back of this man. Now, and that was on Monday, August 31st. And you know, I was on the ground that night, the same day that it happened. And here's just some video of that. So we were there. That's what it looks like. It's got 5,000 views, this live stream. People were protesting on the street where his body laid there for hours into the night. His body laid there. It happened at like earlier in the day. I think it was around 4 p.m. it happened, and then his body was there till like 8 or 9. So they had multiple helicopters there flying around. That was that night. Eventually, the protest moved to the sheriff department, and I showed you on the map where that was. So that's the protest, and they were flashing flashlights, had umbrellas. Sheriff's department was pretty tame this night. I'd say nearly 100 protesters were there that night. They got extremely close to the sheriff line, even knocked down the yellow tape. They always put up the yellow tape up, and they knocked it down multiple times. Sheriffs had called an unlawful assembly, and eventually just kind of advanced forward. And just didn't shoot anything. They didn't shoot anything. People just got away. It was the first night. People just got away. And hold on, let me go back. So yeah, people left, right? And then they started marching around everywhere. They started marching around neighborhoods. And actually, one protester at the very end, they came back to the sheriff's department. I don't know if you guys remember this. Lord Blobby.
Oh yeah. Lord Blobby.
He's got a big ass speaker. So the commanding officer was, giving out orders to the people saying this is unlawful assembly and, to get away. And Lord Blobby was speaking over him. And they actually, right here, when they marched to the end of their parking lot, they, out of nowhere, attacked Lord went and tackled him. Right here. Sorry. I'll just show this real quick. Just to show you. So that was the most aggressive thing that happened that night. Is that they went and attacked this
treat animals
protester.
that way? Do you treat animals that way? Why is the life of a black man?
Oh shit, they're going after Lord Blobby. Oh shit. Oh shit. Wow. Oh shit, hold on, I gotta make sure I record this. That was like the first night in a while since I've been out there. So next time I'm gonna be running next to them.
I swear to God, they're beating the shit out of him.
I thought they were beating him. I haven't been able to contact him since to confirm that. But it took like 4 or 5 of them to tackle him, and they arrested him. And at one point, a sheriff touched me, pushed me back.
Yeah, I heard you say that.
Don't push me, please. Member of the press. That's the commanding officer right there.
They sound just like the U.S. government that doesn't want you filming the bullshit they're doing, the injustices they're committing. They're gonna imprison you just like they've imprisoned Julian Assange for covering that. I mean, that's literally what they do to some journalists at protests. I mean, that's kind of what happened to us before. So it's kind of like, I don't put it past them to do that. Because if the government okays it, if Julian Assange is in prison, then guess they can do the same thing on the ground. This is what people don't get. It's all connected.
So yeah, again, this was on August 31st. This is the night of when Dijon Kizzy got shot. So he got shot earlier that day. That was that night, and I was just showing it. No tear gas or anything like that was launched, although there was something in the air that I was coughing, and you can hear that in the live stream. But 2 days ago, on September 5th, I'm just kind of just giving a quick summary and then leading up to last night. 2 days ago, September 5th, BLM LA held a Biking for Dijon event. Protest for Dijon is bring your bikes, roller skates, skateboards, and energy. So they were just they start at 4 p.m. and then in front of the sheriff's station, and then they were biking and marching and protesting all around. They actually shut down the highway at some point. So here's some video of that. So there they are marching, people roller skating, you can see it. And yeah, so there's some of that footage. That night, some protesters stayed there. BLM LA kind of leaves, but some protesters stay there, and this happened.
Fucking piece of shit! Yeah, Glory said Saturday was when they maced a child before the protest got taken to the highway. It almost escalated even before that night.
Okay, so it was before.
Yeah. And so then people were fighting
this
back.
This is the night of.
that.
So yeah, I was trying to figure out when that girl got maced because I was going to talk about it.
Yeah.
And it looks like, because you can see in this picture, this little girl who was on roller skating. Let me just read this. It says, with zero provocation at a BLM LA protest for Dijon Kizzy, where families were encouraged to come on skates, bikes, etc., Los Angeles sheriffs fired a tear gas canister near my 7-year-old. I'm livid. No one crossed the barrier that sheriffs were several feet behind. No one engaged with them or escalated anything. They just fired a tear gas canister at peaceful folks, and my child was in pain. Look at her. Crying. She literally was on skates in the spirit of bikers and skaters, etc., who had been encouraged for a peaceful gathering. Kiana. So she got tear gassed. A little girl got tear gassed. She's 7 years old, and she got tear gassed by the sheriff's department. Why?
Who's gonna say the little girl did something wrong?
She was just skating, man. She shouldn't have been there. Okay, so anyways.
What kind of parent takes her child to a protest? That's what I'm already calling it out because I know
it's already in the comments. I already saw it in the comments, fam. You got that. You got that perfectly.
I mean, this is how stupid these excuses are. Like, it's
just keep making fucking
stupid.
Excuses.
Just keep making excuses. There will always be an excuse. Always.
For these fucking bootlickers. Okay. Anyways, so she actually she said that so there was her daughter held a press conference and she was speaking about being tear gas, and then I guess somebody interrupted, but let's hear this.
When did you realize it was tear gas? What did it feel like for you?
My mom figured out it was tear gas. So when they fired it on my nose and the back of my mouth, it started to hurt. It wasn't my eyes that hurt me.
I don't know if you could hear that, but the reporter asked her, when did you realize it was tear gas? She was like, well, I could feel it in my throat and my nose and all that. And it's really sad to hear that.
Alright, they gotta get on. They gotta stop all this shit. Excuse me. Does anybody in circle live in this neighborhood? 1 second. Does anyone in circle live in this neighborhood?
When someone interrupted.
Sir, you're interrupting a child. Can you give us a moment?
I'm sorry.
She was tear gassed by sheriffs. She was tear gassed by sheriffs.
Does the child live in this neighborhood?
She was tear gassed by child.
Girl live in the neighborhood.
She was assaulted by sheriffs. Do you not support her? Do you not support her?
Where was she assaulted?
When they fired tear gas.
Do you not support her?
Where was she assaulted?
Right here.
Here?
Yes.
In this district?
Yes.
In this district, she can speak then. Does anybody else live in this neighborhood?
Have you stepped forward for her?
What did you say? Where you living? What neighborhood are you from? I said, what
Are y'all serious?
What neighborhood are you from?
Are you serious?
Are you from the
Stop and let me
Are you from the
finish.
43rd district?
I'm a black man who was fired by tear gas.
He's not.
Get out!
Then why aren't you standing up for my child? Then why aren't you? Wait a minute. Why aren't you? Then why aren't y'all standing up for my child? Then why aren't y'all standing up for my child? Because they are.
Wait. What was the child doing here at nighttime whenever the cops...
It wasn't at night. Why are you making an assumption? It wasn't at night.
What was the child doing here anyway?
Why are you giving me a white supremacist narrative? What was she doing? There was nothing that she was doing. That's a white supremacist narrative.
That's the problem that we have.
This is a problem. You guys are squashing the voices of a child. You're still wrong. You are. Do you not support her?
So apparently that was Joe Collins.
Joe Collins.
Yeah, he's a Republican running for the 43rd Congressional District against Maxine Waters. And
well, he's gonna lose.
He's gonna lose.
He's gonna lose. I'm sorry to tell you, he's gonna lose, or not. Sorry, I don't like Maxine Waters, but he's not. I mean, he
fucked up really.
He fucked up really bad.
Well, I mean, it's his belief, right? His belief that
But he made assumptions. He assumed that she brought her daughter
at night.
At night. That's the thing. You're making assumptions. You can't assume that. This was in broad daylight.
Yeah, look at her, because like you can see the photo here.
I would be irritated.
She's crying there, and it's daylight. So
it's daylight.
So it was before, and Glory Jones just
confirmed it.
Just
she
confirmed
was there.
it that she was there, and
riding a bike too. Like it's supposed to be a peaceful protest. Like especially it was BLM who did this, who conducted this, or was it not?
It was BLM LA under Melina Abdullah.
Right. So BLM LA. Some people don't like it, that they're not radical enough, but I know that this was done during the day.
Melina's been getting harder and harder. I don't know. I've been really liking what I've been seeing from Melina. But,
I like what Melina says all the time, but what I'm saying is when they conduct protests, they're very like they're literally the people that are super like
they go
peaceful
home when it turns dark.
Yeah, don't attack the cops, don't throw anything at the cops, don't distract from the like they're literally super like peaceful about everything. Other groups are a little bit more radical. They're the ones that I've seen time and time again. They're very peaceful. They literally just leave. Some people are like, well, that's not good enough. You need to go after the cops. They're the ones that actually just are really like, good with it. So it's interesting that that it happened to them. I wonder if their tactics will change now. I don't know. But again, why? Even if it was nighttime, right? Like, why are we shifting the focus on the little girl and her parents? Why are we not focused on the fact that the police amazed her, which is the problem?
Right. So this guy comes out,
right? Like,
oh, why'd you bring the girl out? And then, I don't know if it seems like he hasn't said shit about Dijon Kizzy. So
yeah.
So that next day they said tonight emergency protest. There was a flyer. So on the 6th. 8:30 p.m. Right in front of the sheriff's department again. LA sheriff shot unprovoked into a crowd. Riot munitions struck this little girl yesterday. So the next day they did that, and then this was that day. So they're calling it LASD Night 2. And not even 5 minutes into a peaceful protest, the assembly was declared unlawful, and they did what they do.
Go.
Sure who's shooting fireworks. I think protesters are shooting fireworks, and then some of the smoke might be coming from tear canisters. But anyways, that was that night. Another crazy night, and then last night. Okay, so
Monday.
Monday night, last night. Let's just watch these videos. So this is what happened last night. This is night 3. They were protesting again all night because, you know, the people have the right to protest at publicly owned land, which is the sheriff's department. And as long as they're peaceful, which they have been. And so let's watch this. This is what happened last night. And then I came out shortly right after this happened. And
Look at him! Whoa! We ain't even fucking doing anything! He did it like he was almost a gangster that won by the white You're hurting them, stupid! What the fuck?
okay, so what you're hearing is they're shooting paintball guns filled with pepper balls, and they're also shooting, it looks like concussion grenades, which basically are just like boom, and then like they're supposed to disorient somebody and also kind of like blow your eardrums a little bit. Throw your blow. I'm calling them concussion grenades. I don't know what the actual name of it is, but I know it's supposed to disorient a person and fucking scare them away, right? So that's what you're seeing. This is one angle. This is from Be Like Mike, who is he's been a journalist on the ground. He takes some great pictures. He's a great journalist. And then here's another angle from activist Andy, and I'm gonna have to.
Like he was almost a gangster that won by the white.
The important thing is that the sheriffs didn't start shooting until they just put up this little. The protesters put up this little barricade. They were just bringing up this little cabinet thing, and I don't think that's a good enough reason to start shooting at protesters.
No,
and this whole time is not a good. It's not a good reason to shoot at any protesters. They're exercising their First Amendment right, and they're not doing anything.
Oh shit! Fuck! Oh my god! Oh shit! We gotta run! Come on! Back! Okay, come on! Oh shit! Oh my god! Hey, stay together! Stay together! Oh my god! Guys! Come on! Stay together, guys!
I feel like this is a war zone.
Stay together!
They follow them. Yeah, I know. This is starting to become looking more like Portland. The police follow them and they fire more rounds.
Water! There's water over there!
People asking for water. There's pepper balls, plastic, hard plastic.
The water's over there, guys!
Also release chemical irritants.
Everybody get hit with pepper spray in the
War
eye.
weapons.
The cloud's coming this way.
Clouds coming this way!
But our First Amendment right.
Stay together!
It's under siege. Anyway.
Stay together! Oh shit. Stay together! Oh shit. Oh my god. Stay together! Stay together! Stay together!
How many
Medic!
protesters? Do you know?
I'd say it was around 60 to 80. So that was activist Andy, who's been on the ground like every day also. And then here is, I think it was the same angle. Yeah, that was the same angle. I just wanted to make sure that was the same angle. Here's so when I went down there, and I basically, I missed it all. There was the aftermath, and I was just documenting everything that I could find. And there were 2 journalists there, and one of them had his own video. He was on the corner, kind of next to the activist Andy, who was there, and he showed us on the stream here last night.
Collateral damage.
Yeah, journalists were getting maced. Not only were they getting hit with the plastic balls, they were also getting maced in the face. I passed when I was on my way there. I passed by a few journalists, and one of them was wiping their face with water. It looks like they used mace on their face. So you're getting hit with concussion grenades, which is what I call them, but they basically explode, and then tear gas gets released, and then it disorients you. Plastic pepper balls, and then also mace, like just straight up liquid mace.
So was this on purpose? Like, did they actually like attempt to hit them, or was it like?
Yeah, it was just like right in their face. So.
They're just
Yeah, they don't care. They didn't care. Yeah, no, this is wild. That's insane. I don't know if you could see that clearly. It was a bunch of bullets being shot, a bunch of rubber bullets being shot. I thought it was rubber bullets until I went over there. But I go over there, and you can see, if you watch his live stream, you'll see all the stuff I found on the floor. You can see like it looks like they shot like so many times. This guy was speaking fire. And I found blood on the floor over here. Let me see, where is it? Let me just find this.
I said you were being Dexter last night because the trail of blood. All right, so I'm going tonight with you.
Fam, you're not going.
I'm going.
So these are the pepper balls. You can see that it releases. It's a plastic ball, and it releases white chemical irritant.
I hit a woman.
I actually got a little bit of that. I also got the top of a canister. Fam, they don't care. They're
I let them not care. We'll see what happens to them. Because the LAPD kind of has backed off because they have a bunch of lawsuits.
Yeah, they got.
I guess the LASD needs a bunch of lawsuits at them too.
So that's what the ball looks like. It's a plastic little ball. It hits a protester. It gets released. Releases powder into the air. The powder goes into the air. It gets taken. It's light enough that if only a little bit, you start coughing. You just start coughing. It's a chemical irritant. And I found blood on the floor. Where did I find the blood? I found the top of a canister here. Look at that thing. That thing's like military grade.
Yeah.
Why are they using this stuff? This is the stuff we found in Portland. This is in Seattle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, the businesses right there. There's a bunch of like little plastic balls.
Yeah.
Debris that's hit there. I'm interested in the security footage over there. When I rolled up, I saw the sheriffs in that lot clearing it out before they could allowing anybody back in there, and they didn't clear out everything. I found a blood trail. Where's the damn blood trail?
You should collect some of those samples.
I got some of the samples, fam.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, here's
Okay.
the blood trail.
Yeah. Needs to be
Right here,
documented.
boom. So someone got really hurt.
Yeah.
Someone really got hurt. So there's a blood pile there. There's like just a pile of blood there. And that's what's happening in the Democratic state of the California and Democratic hippie LA County. There's gangs in the sheriff's department, executioners, and Vikings. Look it up. Let me pull up this little graphic real quick, fam, while you
I mean, I just think
What are
it's
your
crazy
thoughts?
people are still trying to find excuses. I mean, these people, they were there for 5 minutes before this happened.
well, this one they were there for a few hours, yeah.
But this one they were there for a few hours, but like but I mean, what is the excuse to fire at 80 mostly young protesters that are just like wanting justice? It would be so easy to say, you know what, we're going to prosecute the cops who did this, and that across the nation. Just prosecute all these people.
That's it.
You'd see a quelling in all the protests.
Protests would go down.
But it's like they enjoy this or something. It's like they got to show their superiority or something. Like
It's like test grounds to get more weapons, to get more militarized police. Yeah. Here's the poster that People's City Council posted. So this is all they made like a cool little fun graphic, but it's not cool and whatever. All these fucking gangs. Though the central allegation and whistleblower Deputy Art Gonzalez, look it up, Art Gonzalez, sworn testimony is that the executioners dominate the Compton Sheriff's Office. At least 9 other such gangs are known to operate across the Sheriff's Department, and have done so for decades. The Vikings, the Reapers, the Regulators, the Little Devils, Cowboys, 2000 Boys, 3000 Boys, Jump Out Boys, most recently the Banditos and the Executioners.
Are these all police gangs?
No, these are all LA Sheriff gangs.
Right.
Sheriffs.
Yeah. Okay, LA sheriffs, but they're cops. Yeah. So they're what I'm saying is they're not civilians or actual like criminal gangs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's Executioners, Banditos, East LA Banditos, Linwood Vikings. That's the one. The Jump Out Boys, Century Regulators. Graham just did a segment on it, and he did a pretty good job. He got a good clip from a news segment. Let me just show you really quick the lawsuit of the quick article here.
Yeah.
So Andres Guardado, you've heard about Andres Guardado, and he was killed by a sheriff's deputy, also shot in the back. He was 18. He was a teenager, I believe so.
Yep.
And
Jean was 17, 18, I believe.
Yeah, no, he was 18. Shot 5 times in the back in June 18 while working as a security guard.
Supposedly he had a gun.
So, no, yeah, he didn't have anything.
But he didn't have anything.
What's his name? The deputy who was the whistleblower, he says that they always say that they have a gun, so it's just kind of like a fallback thing that maybe they'll have a gun or not, but they always say that they do, and then they just shoot to kill, basically. So that's what's going on, and we're going tonight, so tune into that. Ow!
What do you got to say to Deep Space, who said, look, mommy rioters, arsonists, and looters are here to teach us about, quote, peace and equality?
They're not rioting, man. They didn't hurt any of the none of the businesses there were hurt from the protesters. In fact, they were damaged from the sheriff's department. The protesters there are just protesting out in front of the sheriff's department. They're just there in front of the sheriff's department. They're not looting or anything. So, and that's specifically here. Other places, when they do looting, it's people who aren't even part of the protest, and then they come in and get into the protest. And the looters and the looters are not a big. They're not a big. It's not the whole protest is a looter. And again, you can't. Each protest isn't a monolith. You know, everyone has different opinions and then different strategies. And I don't condone looting, but if people want to loot, I mean, property, to get angry over property instead of getting angry over the fact that this shit is happening and they're still not doing anything, they're still not doing dick about it, is a bigger deal.
Right.